Cram that
Greg,
in, yeah.
what is your big question ahead of the Premier League season?
Will the 3 promoted sides, any of them, stay up? Will they all go down? The last 2 seasons, they've all gone down. 2 years ago, Burnley, Luton, Sheffield United had a tally of 66 points, which is the lowest ever for the bottom 3 combined. Until last year, that was beaten. 59 points. Leicester, Ipswich, and Southampton. So it's getting tougher for teams making that jump from the championship, and doesn't necessarily translate a good year in the championship and coming into the Premier League. Partially that's done down to the fair play, financial fair play. The teams in the Premier League, if you're in there for 3 years, you can lose as much as £105 million over that stretch of time. Teams coming up can only lose, I believe, 60, 65 million, something like that. So that there's a £40 million difference there. So right away they're behind it. So it is difficult. There's actually 4 occasions in history where all 3 teams have actually stayed up. And when you have to go back 3 years ago, who was it? Burnley, Crystal Palace, and no, that's not right.
Was it Leicester?
Nottingham Forest, wasn't it? It was Nottingham Forest.
Right. And they stuck around.
Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, and Fulham.
That's right. And look at those 3 teams now. They're actually all pretty good teams. Who I don't think are going to be in. Well, Bournemouth could be drawn into a relegation fight, but it's Bournemouth. They're smart. They'll probably figure out a way. But yeah, it's true. They've all kind of grown. Forest, remember that year? The turnover of players, it was ridiculous. Richie
they rolled the dice.
That's right.
Steve Cooper.
It cost Cooper his job.
It did.
But it was a tough job putting what they signed 20-odd players or something.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But the teams coming up is interesting because Sunderland have made some good purchases. They came up to
Xhaka.
They come up to the playoffs. Leeds have gone bigger. I think there's 7 signings. First 7 they signed this summer. All 6'2" or bigger. So they're going to try to bulldoze teams a little bit. Use the physicality to try and stay up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
What's Burnley's defensive record last year again? It was ridiculous. Burnley did not concede goals last year.
16 goals conceded in 46 games.
16.
It's incredible.
That is incredible. So if they can, keep it down a goal a game, that'd be a victory in the Premier League.
Well, Scott Parker's got experience in the Prem as a coach, but it hasn't worked out for him so far in 2 stops, right? West Ham and Bournemouth, right? Yeah, Bournemouth.
Yeah, we have Fulham too.
Sorry, Fulham. Yeah, that wasn't where he played at West Ham into his career, I think.
That's right.
Yeah. But he's figured it out now.
Yeah,
or will Sean Dyche be in charge by Christmas?
It's going to be tough. Getting off to a good start is really important. In the last 10 years, if you picked up 10 or 11 points in the first 10 games, all teams have stayed up.
That's a good point, actually, because I haven't looking at the toughest Premier League season starts for teams schedule-wise. It counts for a lot, right? Because if it's your new team or a lesser team with a tough start to the schedule, you could be out of a manager by November. And then everything's kind of like spiraling. That start is so important, and for the confidence too of the players, obviously.
Yeah.
Forrest, if it's not the 3 teams that were promoted that get relegated again, what teams do you think are most vulnerable that would be finishing just above them? Do you think it's the likes of Wolves or even your Hammers? Like, do you think who will be just above that zone or kind of floating just above it?
I think West Ham's going to be in that area. 16, 17.
Can I give you the last year's final 5 that were not pushed down? So 13th to 17th were Everton, West Ham, United, Wolves, and Tottenham. Some big clubs. But the big thing is Tottenham was 13 points ahead of Leicester. Like, there was such a difference between those 3 teams that were relegated again, who had come up. And so it's kind of leading me into that's going to happen again. It'll be 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Unless, Yeah.
It could easily be before the last 2 seasons, though. You have to go back to 97, 98 when all three went down. So it used to be very rare that all three would go down.
Opta have a column article about the toughest starts of the season coming up. And according to them, the first 5 games, the toughest start of the season is for Manchester United, which is a shame. The average opponent's rating is 94.7 compared to Villa, who have the easiest first 5 games. The average opponent rating is 91.8. So it's not a massive differential. But Bournemouth have a tough start. Liverpool opening weekend this Friday. They have Wolves, Spurs, Brighton, and Newcastle. So Bournemouth could be one to watch in that old spiral, potentially, if they start off poorly. I want Bournemouth to stick up. People forget how small they are and how long they've stuck around. So hopefully they can figure things out. Leeds actually have the toughest start for the promotion clubs. 93.4. Everton, Arsenal, Newcastle, Fulham, and Wolves. So, yeah, we'll see. Interesting.
Well, we'll see after 10 games if anybody's on 11 points. So they should be okay.
Craig will be getting his gambling app ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should put my 50
cents down on it.